Do they know what happened? What caused that stroke, bro?
They say high blood pressure, man, but that's what caused it. But most of them people in there, bro. And like, it was crazy. Because you talk to other people while you're in there, right? Because like, they set everything up. Like, what you here for? What you here for? 60% was strokes. It's crazy. It's going up. Yeah, me too. So that's crazy, but a lot of people in there for strokes.
Man, this guy I studied a lot of, Bob Proctor, he said that 95% of people don't think. So why care what they think?
In the ICU, with all the meds and the messes up out of it, dude, while you're in the ICU. So I had a tube in there. They drilled a hole in my head to relieve blood pressure, right? It fills up with blood, right? So then the brain don't like movement or pressure, right? So they drilled a hole, no anesthesia, and which you don't feel. It's weird. I felt pressure, but it didn't hurt. So, and they put a draining hose in there for like a week and a half till it contracted back, right?
So from 14, you was making
all day, every day.
Damn. Yeah, I agree.
I told myself after the stroke, I got back into it. I'm definitely taking Sundays off. And if I want to go, we made a rule, like every 3 months we're going to go somewhere. And then if I want to take a day off, like, I'm going to do it. It's just, life's too short, bro.
I love that, bro. That is so true.
Work's important. Just don't focus on work too much, because if anything happens, or at the end of the day, even if nothing happens to you, like, you're going to look back, because I've been doing this 25 years. You're going to look back eventually and say, what the fuck was all that for? It made no sense.
It's like your second chance, you know, to live and do it better this time. Dude, I'm excited to have you on the podcast, Jamie.
Yes, sir.
The whole thought of having you on whenever you first mentioned it, bro, like.
I know, and you know, then we talked about it, and then, you know, obviously shit happened, and then, but here we are, for full circle. So
yeah.
So it's kind of worked out. It kind of worked out in a good way. It's just weird how life works, right?
Yeah, no shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like a lot has happened since the first time.
Well, when you first talked about it, like, oh yeah, I do a podcast. Oh, okay. And then obviously shit happened to me. And then, like I said, like, since I've been back from overseas, like, I was scrolling my phone on TikTok the other day, and your podcast came up twice. And I was like, damn, that's a sign. Right? So yeah, it's crazy, but in a good way, man.
I love that you pay attention to those signs like that, because
oh yeah,
some people are completely unaware of that.
Oh no,
and just blow it off. You know?
I'm big into that. And you met my coworker a while ago. He's super big into that. And so, like, since he's been back working over here, like, talking to him on our off time, like, he's like really into that, and like spiritual, like, stuff, and like signs, and like, he's got me thinking about it, which is good, because the more information, the better.
Yeah.
So that's a weird sign that, you know, he came back, because we used to work together years and years ago. You know, he went down to Dubai, and he worked different, had his own place, and now he's back here. So it's like, now it feels complete here, I guess you can say, for everybody working here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Good.
Got a good crew. Huh?
We got a good crew. We got the best crew. That's one other thing I could say. And we're a little bit older, so working with your friends that you've been working with for like years and years and years, it's the best. Because, like, we don't even look at it as work. We're just like, we come, we have a good time, we do what we got to do, don't get me wrong, and then we go home. It's not like competition or nothing like that. It's like everybody's, oh, you doing that? Cool. No, this is cool. Like, when we talk about art or whatever, and then we have some laughs, and then that's it. We go home, and then we do it again the next day.
That is cool,
and that's it.
It's just like,
it's no stress. It's no, because like, it ain't like, I'm sure you worked with people that was like, I don't know nothing about this guy. I don't know. I'm gonna stay away from him. Like, no, everybody here is close. So it's like, everybody, like, if it came down to it, I could sleep at all these people's house if some shit hit the fan, or vice versa. And so it just works out. Everybody's cool.
That's the best kind of people to be around, especially, and I don't want to call it work, but I mean, it's more fulfilling the purpose in a sense.
Yeah. And luckily, pretty much all of us did it most of our lives. I did it all my life. So they did it most of their lives, so we all been working for a long time. So, like, yeah, so it's just, we have fun, have some good laughs, you know, but we take our work serious, don't get me wrong. And I can honestly say we have the best, I don't want to say the best, because like, there's a lot of great artists out there too, especially in Holland. There's some good, really young ones coming up too that I noticed. But experienced, we're the most experienced. I could say that we're the most experienced group of people, because we're a little older now. Yeah, same age. So we're a little older now. So we kind of look at life a little different, as the older person should. but we still have our fun.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
Not too many shops here, unfortunately, get along with each other, which sucks because this, especially, it seems like some cool people. We should be more. I mean, we get along with most of the people too. I say that, but we get along with pretty much everybody. Now that we're older, but like,
Yeah, I think
being like young people doing young shit, or some young dumb shit. A lot of people do dumb shit, but for the most part, yeah, everybody, it's all good.
I love that you fixed that. You was like, wait, you know what, bro? Like we all good now. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't. I mean, we won't be like go out our way to hang out with them or whatever, but like, hey, what's DJ? How's it going? And that's good enough.
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah, that's good enough. Even though we're in a small town,
it's respect.
so
You know.
it's good enough for me. Yeah, I'm older now, so I just not.
It's cool, bro, because I think you actually did my son and my daughter at one point.
Okay.
Each on separate occasions, I think, but they both knew you
Okay.
even before the stroke and all that stuff happened.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, for us tattoo artists going, I have to speak for. I'm sure everybody's gonna see this knows. We don't remember what we did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I see the tattoo, I'm like, oh, I did that. But I wouldn't. I don't know. Like, if I see just the face, hey man, well, hey, and then it always happens, especially in the gym and shit. Like, oh hey man, how you doing? Like, who the fuck are you? And he's like, oh, you did this. I'm like, okay,
I remember that tattoo.
yeah, I remember the tattoo, but horrible with face, horrible.
Dude, I'm just saying, we're in the car business. There were times where I sold cars to a person. The next day they came in, I greeted them like they was the new customer, and I didn't remember.
They was like shocked. They're like, yeah, man, we're just talking about a car. Same way,
Crazy.
exact same way. And the worst is when you're in a bar, and this is special with tattooers. I'm sure, I don't know if it happens with cars and shit. You be, in a bar, you're trying to hang out with your friends, blah, blah, blah. Random people come to you. Hey man, how much would it be for? I'm like, dude, I'm trying to drink, hang out with my friends.
Oh no.
But I'm not telling them that. But in all our minds, we're like, right now, bro. Right now.
Bro, but I don't think it would be disrespectful in any kind of way if you were like, hey man, here's my card, just set up an appointment.
Agreed
About it.
And as it should be. But unfortunately, the way most people think, like, that guy was an asshole. We didn't want to talk to me. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Hey, all the time, bro.
Hey, bro, if that's what they think, fuck that.
That's what they think.
If anything, it's out of respect because you're not at your place of business. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
no, respect.
And unfortunately, people just, if you don't roll out the red carpet, most of the time, they're wrong. Someone get it. But
like, I mean, a dentist. I mean,
I'll give you another example. So, going off of that, so if, like, say, most of us work off of Facebook, or whatever. Unfortunately, not many people anymore these days come through that front door to talk to you about a tattoo. Get on the contact, Facebook, whatever. So unfortunately, like, they'll message you on Facebook, and me or whoever else here on anywhere, proof of, hey, yeah, what's up? What you want to get? And then we start tattooing, or lice happening, and then we lose the message because new people message us or whatever. Okay, then he didn't message me back. He's an asshole. It's not. I'm telling y'all now, it's not that. It's just we get so many. We lose it. We lose track. We're like any busy person would. Like, we don't know. We're not. Believe it or not, we're not on our phones all day like that. So we apologize, but that's what's happening. Like, it just gets lost, bro. It gets lost,
bro. Look, that happens all the time, even in text messages with bad friends and people. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude.
Sometimes, oh man, you'll think about that person, go check the message. Oh fuck, I thought I responded to him. Shit, dude. So hey, bro, like, my bad. I think a lot of people are really experiencing that though, man. I don't think
it's not vote. I feel for sure it's everybody here, and it's just, oh shit, I was mid conversation with this person. Sometimes you might lose the client that way. That's just how it goes. Unfortunately, it's not that like we're trying to like ignore them or we don't want to do the tattoo. It's just we're so busy, and then people. What sucks is everything's through social media these days, and it shouldn't. It should be. I wish it was like it was in the 90s. You walk through that door, bro, and come talk to me.
Yeah.
I have to stop doing whatever I'm doing, and you got my full attention.
Right.
I can measure you. I can do this. Is what we're gonna do. Blah, blah, like, we can't do all that through this. Not really. It's better just to come here. In that era of, you gotta come to me or the artist, and we'll talk about it, figure it out, blah blah blah. Like, but back when I first started, like, you didn't even have appointments. This is like you walk in only, or whatever, or stuff like that. Nowadays, everybody wants to, including me, I ain't gonna lie, like, oh, I'm booked this day, this and this day. Like, it just got so over the top with the apps, technology, and just like, yeah, this is weird now. I'm back, when I started, it was in the 90s. So it was like, social media.
That and, like, it's like, I don't know, I guess you don't wanna be a slave to that damn phone all the time too, you know what I mean? Because if you gotta constantly look at that.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's how it is right now. It's like everybody's just like, "Hey, I want this, I want that." Dude, I'm here all day. Well, not no more.
Stop by. Yeah. That's good, man. You built a good reputation in your line of business where that happens. I mean, it's unfortunate that that happens, but at least you're fortunate enough to have it
I'm lucky.
that happen, you know?
I'm like, I've been doing it so long.
You call it luck? I don't call it luck.
I don't call it luck. That's great fucking work, bro. It's working every day. Like, yeah, but I'm lucky that, like, the good thing about the text messaging and the Facebook and everything is like, I'm so lucky. Every morning I pick up that phone, I got a couple messages. Somebody wants a tattoo. A lot of artists don't have that luxury. They don't.
Mhm.
And it sucks. They're here every day. They're working every day. Other shops, I know they're there. I guess everybody got familiar with my face because before my stroke, I worked every day. Literally, unless I went out the country or whatever like that. But like, I worked every day. And that's kind of what helped me be as popular as I am, because I'm not the best, because they got really good artists, especially here, throughout the city or whatnot. There's a lot of options, but I'm blessed that I'm so lucky that phone's gonna light up every couple hours.
A lot of
Job security, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking. I'm 42 today. So
Happy birthday, bro. God, dog, I forgot.
there. So
Hey.
and
Dude, I love that you take the time on your birthday to record a podcast, man.
oh yeah, my wife cooks every day, every weekend. So I'm pretty much free, especially after the stroke. I told myself after the stroke, when I got back into it, I'm definitely taking Sundays off. And if I want to go, we made a rule, like every 3 months we're gonna go somewhere. And then if I want to take a day off, like, I'm gonna do it. It's just, life's too short, bro.
I love that, bro. That is so true. I think we get so caught up in the hustle and bustle, we forget to fucking
I was,
time.
yeah, I worked every day. It just makes no sense. It makes no sense. Like, I was caught up in it, like most people, I'm sure other people do, because we make good money. We make cash money. We get paid every day. And it's like, man, we all got nice cars. So it's like, man, yeah, yeah, yeah. And like, we just growing up. We was just like, yeah, yeah, get it. Let's go, we'll get it. And I was just so used to that mentality. Like, I would feel bad if I took a day off of work. And just like, but now after the stroke, it's like, for what? Like, what's the point? Because like, you can't go do nothing that you really want to do, because people, hey, where you at? Who's going to do this? And if you don't answer them, you're an asshole. But I'm gonna start being an asshole because life's too short.
Bro, like that's having boundaries like that for yourself and your family, bro. That's
Just neither people's gonna respect it and okay, cool, or people just be mad and just maybe somebody else will go in on a Sunday and say to them, I'm not saying I don't care, but you gotta look out for yourself, health wise. Yeah, like I said, most people here we're getting older now, so like I noticed a few other people starting to take off every other weekend, which is good. At first, I was like, y'all tripping. Let's just get this money. But now, especially now, I get it. Hey, fuck this place. Like, not in that sense, but like, money-wise, man, the money's coming. The money's going to come and go. It's not like we're struggling. Everybody's good, man. It's just not worth it. Money's a tool to get things that you need, that you want and need.
so Jamie, can you talk a little bit about how you got into tattooing? Because I think a lot of people have a special skill with drawing, and they realize that at a very young age, like man,
Yeah,
I'm so this.
I drew first. I always drew all my life. So then I ain't gonna lie, I was horrible in school. I just drew most of the time because I was really bad at math, still am. And so I drew. So then at, think about 12 years old, my dad was a biker, right? So,
Your dad was a biker?
oh, yeah, right, Hell's Angels type shit.
No shit.
Yeah. Well, he was president of a club 18 years, so I ain't gonna say which one. But, so like, I grew up around, and my house growing up was the clubhouse, okay? So we had 40, 50 bikers at a time staying at the house. okay, from different states, okay. I remember one time I was coming home, I was before middle school, like, real young, kindergarten, 1st grade. I was getting off the bus, the school bus, and, like, we had a big yard and everything, right? So, the woman, before she opened the door to let me off the bus, we had one of the, like, 40, 50 bikes with tents in the yard because I don't know, I forgot what was going on that weekend, but we had a lot of, like, bikers there. And she's like, "Are you okay to be dropped off here?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm good. I'm great. Oh, this is my family." Yeah, yeah. And so it was always bikers in and out, which was cool. And they all loved me because I was the president's son. So it was funny. It had a lot of cool people.
That's gotta be a cool ass experience, you know, like
Yeah.
growing up and
Oh, just having
that brotherhood, you know?
oh, dude, yeah. Yeah. Everybody was super cool. So when I got about 12 years old, my dad and his friend, they there was somebody, one of the guy, some guy that owned a shop at the time owed my dad and his friend some money, okay, and he couldn't pay. So they went to the shop and like whatever, like they did what they had to do, and they took the shop from him. Okay, so then they had it, and then like one night I was over there,
Like he signed papers over and shit?
if you want to call it that.
Damn.
So yeah, so I started hanging out there. We would go there before they closed and everything, and then and I drew. So like I was just looking around, I was like, man, this is pretty cool, man, pretty cool. So then maybe 2 years later of like going in and out, hanging out, blah 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 blah. I forgot exactly how, but I started like messing around with some, not the machines or anything, but just getting more involved. Of like, man, let me tear your paper towels for you. Let me set up your station. That's how it was. So like,
When they say you like really started from the bottom kind
yeah,
of.
oh man,
That's
I'm
cool.
probably the last one to legitimately do an apprenticeship how it used to be the right way. I can honestly probably say that. I don't know exactly who else, but anyway, my dad told him, was like, hey, teach my son everything you know. So the guys would start showing me, all right, this is how you do this, how you do this. And then like I started apprenticing with the guys, so they would show me everything, but in return, I had to set up their station. Okay. I had to draw their stencils by hand. Nobody does that shit anymore. So if they needed, oh, I need a Tasmanian devil, because back then you'd have it on file. Okay, you'd have the lines probably on file, and then you'd go on a light table and trace it up, make the stencil like that, hand it back to them, like for no money. Okay, this is another thing. You don't get paid. When you do it, the apprenticeship the right way. I did 2 years. I didn't make $1, and I did everything for them. Okay, so yeah, I did that for 2 years, and then slowly I ordered some machines, and then I was practicing on old bikers for a little while and stuff like that. And then after this, I started tattooing people, and then I started tattooing professionally in a shop at 14. Okay, so I remember I was at Ellender. I was in art class, and the woman was, I forgot the name of the art teacher, and she was giving me hell because I was so tired because I'd be working there pretty late at night. And she was like, "Oh, you don't want to take nothing serious, like what you gonna do when you're out there in the real world?" I'm like, I am out there. I'm already like, I'm making, forgive myself for saying this to her, but like, I'm probably making more money than you are already. And she failed me. She failed me. I failed art class, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah. And then
You probably hurt that lady's feelings.
no, she was pretty hardcore. I forgot.
Yeah.
So then the first day of my senior year, I quit because I was not making so much money, but like I was working so much. And I was, like I said, I sucked at math so much. I was just like, I was senior, but in a freshman math. So like Mr. Rose is the math teacher. I'll never forget the guy that drove that old Toyota Rover, man. I haven't seen him in years, but I had him like 4 years in a row. And then the fourth year, I was a senior, but I was still in the freshman math. He was like, his first day he's walking to class, he tapped me on the shoulder, "Jimmy, man, how many times you taking this class?" I'm like, "This is my fourth time." "What you mean? Like, you should know this math class. I'm taking it the fourth time." He was like, "I'm going to the computer and fix it so you can get out of here." And I'm like, "Thank you." But then it really fucked me up because I went to algebra, or whatever, the chemistry, whatever it was. And like, I really was bad at that. Like all the angles and shit. So I was just I really didn't know what I was doing. So then the first day of my senior year, like a few days later, I was old enough to quit, and I quit. I got my GED 2 weeks later. I was working in the shop the whole time. The whole time.
And that's awesome. That's crazy. So from 14, you was making
All day, every day.
Dang, yeah, I agree. So, Jamie, I'd love for you to share a little bit about that stroke that happened that kind of set you back a little bit, man. Me personally, I've met you in the gym. All the time
We've been going to the same gym for years, huh?
yeah, we used to go to
Powerhouse too, huh? Yeah.
went over there for a while. Then, a little bit after Club 4 opened up, y'all joined, and it's every day, bro. Like every day, every class was like,
It's the crew.
yeah,
Crew.
my
Same crew.
And for a while, I wasn't seeing you. Then Todd walked up to me, "Hey, bro, you heard what happened to Jamie, huh?" I was like, "No, bro, what happened?" And he told me he had a stroke, and I was like, "What?"
He came to see me in the hospital too, and it messes up your memory horribly, and mine still. If I'm trying to concentrate on something, it'll go in and out, in and out. But anyway, so I remember seeing his face. The first 3 days were like the worst, but like those, and maybe the second day, it might have been that same day. I remember seeing like a picture of his face. I remember him hugging me over the bed, and then like I don't know, like after I got out, I was talking to my wife, and I was like, "This is." He's like, "Yeah, Todd was telling." I was like, "Todd came see me." Yeah, he was there. He was there. Then I'm like, shit, I don't remember that. Well, I kind of do, but I don't. I didn't know it was that time. I didn't know it was that time. So yeah, he was there. A lot of people came to see me. I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you.
No, you're good.
A lot of people came to see me that I forgot, that they had to remind me. I'm like, oh yeah. But some people like came and I did not know they came, which was cool. I'm glad a lot of people came to see me.
Yeah, no, you had a lot of love. A lot of people like y'all.
Yeah, I had people come see me that I haven't seen in years that came see me that first day. But
Do they know what happened? What caused that stroke, bro?
they say high blood pressure, man. But that's what caused it. And like so going to the doctor after. So when you got out of the hospital, then you go see your doctor. It's not like your doctor. So I've never been in the hospital like that before. So after I got out of the hospital, you got to see your regular doctor. I didn't have a regular doctor, but my sister-in-law works at Ochsner, and she's still good friends with the doctor there. That she'll be your doctor. And I'm like, cool. So then we're talking, and she was like, "Yeah, you didn't know the signs that of what, high blood pressure?" And she's like, "Yeah, you signs." Are like, "No, what's the signs?" So she was like, she told me what different ones. I'm like, now that you mention it, so like, I'm here every day. I used to be here every day. So like, I'd be in here talking to a client, and my vision would get real blurry. I'm like, for like half a minute, cross-eyed blurry, but I'm still talking. Everything's fine. I'm still talking. I'm like, hold up, just a second. And then it'll straighten back up. It was like a year and a half of that, on and off. It'll go away for a while. It wouldn't happen. Then like a couple months later, it happened again. That was a sign. That's just your body telling you that's high blood pressure. So
Shit.
that's one of them. I had that for sure. That eye blurry, dizzy. I couldn't even say this. That my eyes would be cross-eyed and blurry for like 30, 45 seconds, and then it would come back. And I didn't think none of it. I had suspicions, but I didn't think none of it because it's from working. I just, how people in any job, they just work. And then it finally caught up to me.
Bro, how was that? Because I think most people, after experiencing something like that, like, it's hard to come out of because you feel at that point you fucking lost everything. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do now? I can't feel my legs. I don't have the strength to get up.
People say that,
You know?
and even some of the
What
nurses,
tests do you
the
go on?
doctors said it, but I never felt that way. I always felt, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna do what I gotta do because she mentioned that. I remember now that she mentioned that they say that like you feel like depression's a real thing in there. Like I never really got depressed. I never got depressed. I knew I would have to do what I had to do to get back here. And the hospital was funny. I know hospital is a bad thing. Nobody wants to go to the hospital. But I had never been to the hospital before that. So I had a fun experience in there. They had some cool people in there. The nurses kept me, I guess, laughing. And we was all joking around in there. And the nurses were cool. Nurses are like, by far, the Ochsner nurses over there in Kenner are like the most hilarious people. And we joked around and had a good time, man. I ain't gonna lie. We had a blast until I was done therapy and shit like that. You go through a few weeks. So you got out the ICU, okay? And then you go to another wing and you gotta do therapy, all right? So you gotta start from scratch. Yeah, I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk for 2 weeks.
I seen a video, bro. Like that.
Couldn't walk. I couldn't move my hand. Okay. So that's hard. So they put you in a wheelchair and they bring you in this like gym type of spot. And they try to teach you to walk again and try to be normal again, right? After a few weeks of that, you get out and then you gotta do outpatient therapy, like at a substation of the hospital, or it could be other places. I know they did it here, but I just stayed at my brother's house in Kenner because the therapy there was literally 3 blocks away from the house. So they just like, I can not walk there, but like they brought me there when they got off of work or whatever, because they always set me up at the end part of their day at the place. So it was pretty simple. So I did about a month of that, because by the time I got to the outpatient therapy, I was already walking really well. I was doing good because the people from the hospital therapy, I was so advanced. I advanced so quick. I was walking on my own. I was doing everything. Like he was already doing outpatient therapy stuff with me at the hospital. So when I got to the outpatient therapy at the next place, like they knew I shouldn't have been there. Like most of them knew I shouldn't have been there, but they came in there just to tighten me up a little bit, which is cool. They all cool. They was cool there too. Real cool people.
You know what it reminds me of, bro? Like, this is gonna sound weird, but they say faith and fear both require us to believe in something we can't see. Why not be faithful? I feel like for you, that's exactly what happened to you. You was faithful and you knew that you was gonna come out that bitch a lot, like strong and just it's like you just your normal self. You know what
I
I'm saying?
was so determined. Like I started in the hospital part. I was I was limping for a while after could walk. Saying they ended up at the hospital. They ended up letting me go a little 4 days early because I was too advanced. I was
Progress.
Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like everybody in there, like a lot of them can't walk. Probably still to this day, they can't walk. And I was younger. They said that's what saved me, not saved me, but that's what helped me. Is I'm still relatively young, and I was in the gym a lot before it happened. Like, and like, so being in there, like, you got to know everybody, hey, you're back again. They can't walk. A lot of them can't walk. I seen one older woman, she was just on the walk with a walker. She was cool as hell. But most of them people in there, bro. And like, it was crazy. Because, you talk to other people while you're in there, right? Because like, they said everything else. Like, what you here for? What you here for? 60% was strokes. It's crazy. It's going up. I'm like, yeah, me too. So that's crazy. But a lot of people in there for strokes.
It's cool. I don't know. Like, I love how fast you came, and when the first time I seen you at the gym, I was like, "What, dude? You back already?" Like, this is awesome, bro.
I worked my ass off, and I was just fucking lucky that, because it was fucking bad. I couldn't walk, but I really pushed myself in that rehab. And like I said, they let me go a couple days early because the physical trainer guy in there, he was like, man, like, I'm gonna go to the head doctor, whoever's in charge. I don't know who it is, and I'm gonna try to get you out of here a little early, man. Like, I can't do nothing else with you. These people can't walk. Like, you're walking. I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, because I had stuff to do. I had a plan. So when I was in the hospital in the ICU, my wife, she's from Bali, so her father over there, he's getting pretty old, and you don't know how many more times you got to see him. And she's been here for 2 years, so she wanted to go see him. But like, I was like, look, man, look, I got this voyage in front of me. You go, and I'm gonna set a goal to go meet you when I'm done. And it worked out. So
really,
yeah. So she's like, okay, cool.
you think that helped you to go harder, or you knew that even before that?
Yeah, no, it helped. And just knowing, yeah, like you're saying, I'm assuming most people in there, I have nothing to do after this. Like, this is all I got. I'm gonna try to get better. But no, I had to go. Like, hey, I got a trip to go on.
But Bali,
Yeah. So anyway, I did what I had to do, and so I'll share another story with you. So when they let me go of out the hospital part, then you go to that outpatient therapy, right? So when you that's when you do the evaluation, you got a OT woman, which is doing like cognitive, eyesight, motor functions, more say, like, oh, you can grab this phone and be okay. So you got that, and then you got the PT, the physical therapy woman, okay, which does walking, legs, whatever, jumping, squatting, picking up stuff off the ground. That's physical therapy, right? The OT woman is sitting me, like, just like how we're sitting now. She gave me like this little test to do with things with my bum hand. So you're doing all that, and she's timing you, right? So bam, 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 do all that. And I did it record time because I was weak. I still am a little weak in my hand, but I did it quick. And she was like, "Oh, you did that," and she did like a pressure hand test, blah blah blah. After you've done, she looked. My sister-in-law brought me at the time, so she looked at my sister-in-law. She's like, "I ain't gonna lie, like I can't do nothing with him." She's like, "What you mean?" She was like, "He shouldn't be here. He's too advanced." Because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking I gotta get to Bali because my wife's there waiting on me. That's my goal. Okay, so she's like, "Cool, all right, now you got the PT woman," and then the last person. All right, last thing we're gonna do 6 minutes around. They have an indoor track in there. You don't have to race, but I'm just gonna time you and see how fast you do it. Okay, cool. Got this in the bag. And so another thing too, like on the table, they all got laptops, all the therapy people. They grade you 1 to 5. 5 is the best. 5 means you aced it. I seen the 5s across the fucking board, bro. I'm looking at her. Thing was dim where you couldn't. I'm looking. I was like, I got 5s. I'm going home. Okay. So I'm walking around the thing. The 6 minutes up. I come back. I was like, all right, what's up? She's like, you'll be here for 6 weeks. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how? And I don't know how, but it could be an insurance thing. They just want. I don't know. I was in the hospital 2 months, and then the therapy another month. No, 2 weeks, right? So you don't know how bad a medical situation is going to be until you recover from it, or if you even recover from it. So my friends, or I still don't even know who started this motherfucker, but started to GoFundMe for me, all right? I had a lot of donations. I thank everybody for their donations, right? So when I got out, when you hit, like my memory's still screwed up. So I knew they had to GoFundMe, but I didn't know till I got really out how much was in there and like who paid what bills. I know my niece was in charge of my finances. I told her that, and she nailed it to the T. She took care of my bills. So when I'm out there, and I'm not hearing comments, but I'm seeing people joke that, oh, I donated to you GoFundMe, and now you're in Bali. And I've seen more than one. Okay, and I'm like, what if I couldn't walk in Bali? What if? So basically in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm sorry I recovered so quick and I'm walking. Just almost as like, well, do you want your money back? What's your Venmo? Like, who else is feeling that way? Because I don't know. But that's just seen people joke about it. But you wouldn't joke about it unless it was on your mind. Yeah. So like, you wouldn't want me to recover because you donated $1,500 to a fucking GoFundMe? That's fucked. That's fucked up. Man.
Yeah, like they would have felt better if you would have.
If I wouldn't be able to walk.
Yeah.
Oh, I sent him money and he's fucked up. Like, yeah, that's like, if I would have, like, say if it happened to you and I sent $100 to you GoFundMe, and when you got out of the hospital, or I just seen you on Facebook walking the beach, I'm like, at least he can walk.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Grateful. Right.
People around here don't think that way. And unfortunately, it's homo. It is. It could be just an American thing or a westernized thing. But that's like what they thought. I took the money and went to Bob. I didn't have no money at all. Like, I didn't get access to, my niece was in charge of everything. I didn't get access to that money until last week before last. I finally got access to the money. Like, until then, my niece was handling all my bills.
Man, this guy I studied a lot of, my proctor, he said that 95% of people don't think. So why care what they think?
I'm at that point.
Like that, bro.
Yeah. Ever since all this shit happened,
Ignorant.
that's where I'm on. Dude. Do whatever you got to do to live your life, dude. Because people I'm not saying people want to see you do bad. I guess they want to hold it over your head. Like, hey, I did this for you. You owe me. What? Like, what do I owe you? I can't walk on the beach in Bali with my wife after a stroke?
Then whenever you posted that video, Jamie.
Well, that's why we made it. So I'm glad you brought it up. So that's why we did it, because I was telling my wife after I seen the comments during the day, man. So I was like going through pictures. I was going through her phone I was looking for something. I noticed I was like, you little shit, you videoed me the whole time I was in the hospital. She's got like a lot of video footage. So I was like, you know what, mate? And she's like, I'm gonna put this video together. We can post it to show a lot of these people like what you went through. It's a good idea. And she did it. So she took most of the night, posted it that night or that morning. I think. So that's why we did it, because just to show people like, hey, you think I just walked off this fucking hospital bed and straight to Delta flight? Hell no, I worked my ass.
So let me ask you, like, it was a couple weeks. You had to go through therapy and all that good stuff. There were no moments of like, what the fuck, bro? Like, how am I gonna do this? You never questioned. You just pretty much had full faith and knew that you was doing
Right in the beginning, yeah, because you're fucking hobbling around. You can't. I had some motion, but but as I got better with the physical therapy, like I felt good. I felt more confident. Yeah,
it's progressing so fast.
Progressing so fast. Yeah, I never had any doubt that it would be bad because I knew I had to do what I had to do, and I did it. So I never really took it as my life was over type thing. But and the doctors said, it was like, hey, like 90% of the time, like it's not weird or abnormal that you'll get depressed and we'll give you medicine around or something. Like, I'm not depressed, bro. These nurses got me laughing.
Yeah, having a good time every time.
Yeah, like these nurses were really cool.
I wonder if that played a part too, just having that good atmosphere with those nurses, instead of just like a bunk ass, boring.
It was just, I'm trying to think of the right word. I guess some jobs they were like, oh, I gotta go into work. But like, so to the people there, they was complaining about their bosses and their job to people like me that's in the bed, right? So I'm laughing the whole time. Like, it was just crazy. Like, the nurses were like really cool. So another funny story in the hospital, I couldn't walk for 2 weeks. So like when I started walking, I was limping, okay? But you don't want to be in that bed, but that bed, that sucks. Being in that bed for that long till the next day till you gotta go to therapy. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. So in the ICU, with all the meds and the messes out of it, dude, while you're in the ICU. So I had a tube in there. They drilled a hole in my head to relieve blood pressure, right? It fills up with blood, right? So then the brain don't like movement or pressure, right? So they drilled a hole, no anesthesia, and which you don't feel. It's weird. I felt pressure, but it didn't hurt. So, and they put a draining hose in there for like a week and a half till it contracted back, right? So anyway, like the third day, I'm loopy as hell on the meds, right? And my wife was staying with me before she left. We only got like a little chair, but it folds into like a bed cot type bullshit, right? So I tried, I don't know what was going through my mind, but I had it in my mind. I was like, I woke up at 3 in the morning and I thought in my mind, I was in like a airplane escape scenario from a movie or something.
Oh shit, you hallucinating?
Yeah, and I had to escape, right? I was in a back of an airplane flying. I'm like an action word and escape. Gotta escape over here. So I'm talking to my girl. I'm like, hey, I got this. I'm gonna get us out of here. She's like, the fuck? I remember that. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, I got it. So like, my plan was I was gonna get up. I'm fucking I couldn't really walk, right? So I made it surprisingly all the way around the room, almost to where she was, and I busted my ass, bro. I thank God it didn't hit my head. So it busted my ass. I remember grabbing onto something and it fucking broke. And wow. I set off every alarm in the fucking building.
Oh,
Okay, like
oh, wow.
ring. Like nurses fucking open the door 3 in the morning. What the hell's going on? I'm on the. I remember this. I remember holding on to a pipe. I'm just like, 'cause I couldn't move. And I get him back in the bed. And so ever since then, they knew I was like high risk for some reason. But I was just loopy from the drugs in the hospital. So what they did, so like if this is the bed, on each 4 posts, they put a light motion sensor on it. That way, if I got out of the bed, it'll trigger the laser and the alarms will go off and they'll come put me back.
Oh shit.
So I'm like, damn, I can get out this fucking, I'm fucked. Because if you try, you can do one leg, when you do, it's over with too. So anyway, they knew I was an escape artist. They called me the escape artist. When I started my therapy, but again, I hate laying in that bed. Everybody's got to hate laying in that bed, right? Just all day, every day, till they're going to feed you. They put you in a wheelchair and they put you back in the fucking bed. Unless you got therapy, then you got back in the fucking bed. So I was like, I can hobble. I can limp walk if I want to. So I figured out a loophole. So like I would go to therapy and I'd be in therapy so long, like therapy would end at 3 o'clock, 3:30 p.m. That's after lunch. Okay. So they put you in a wheelchair, they bring you back to your room. Okay. So I noticed physical therapy guy, he don't know what's going on. And I was a skateboarder, he didn't know. So he would come in after lunch. He's like, "Hey man, you want me to," because you got that big tray thing you could, like a desk would pull up to.
Yeah.
He's like, "You want to eat your lunch, man, or you want me to put you in your bed?" And I'm like, "Oh, I want to eat my lunch." He's like, "Okay," and he pulled me up. So I figured out I'm not in my bed, so the motion sensor is not on. So I would eat lunch and then I would unhook myself and I'd walk around my room. But once I forgot, well, they would have to set it. That's the cool thing. After I got in on my bed too, they'd have to set it. So I would be like walking around and I'd get in eventually and I don't know if they even noticed for a while. So a good week and a half went by. So like, "Hey man, you want to eat your lunch?" "Yeah, I'm gonna eat my lunch." So I'd eat my lunch. I'd walk around my room. Like I wasn't bedridden. Yeah, it sucks, right? So I'm like, "Yeah, I got this. I can stick this out. This ain't too bad." So like, I had a closet in there, so like I pick up my outfit. "Yeah, I'm gonna wear this tomorrow." You know how you used to do is, "Come on, wear this." So I'll grab it. I'm putting like some shorts down or something, and the closet's facing in the back room. My back's to the door, right? I hear, "Err." I'm like, "Oh fuck, they caught me. They got me." I'm like, and I heard, "No, Jamie." It was this cool ass woman, man. She's like, "No, Jamie, you know they're gonna fire me, man. You're not supposed to be walking. They're gonna fuck. I'm already in bad terms with these people. They're gonna fire me, bro." I'm like, "No, sorry. I'm like, don't tell nobody, man. Like, I'm gonna get back in the bed." She's like, "I don't give a fuck. But if they find out, it's my ass, not yours." I'm like, "They're not. Just keep the door closed. Shut the fuck up." So she was cool, and like I kind of got away with a little bit more. She's a little more strict on me, but kind of lenient. And then almost that last week, like a few days before I left, I was walking around again, and a different nurse. She was cool as hell too. She walked in, and I was walking around. She's like, "Ah, you walking around, huh?" Like she didn't think nothing of it. And cause on the wall they got like a 1 or a 2. If you're a 1, you're supposed to be in that fucking bed. Don't get out. That's what I was. Then like 3 or 2 days before I left, they put me at the 2. Like 2 means like you need nurse guided walking. You're never supposed to walk by yourself. So I was walking, and she came in. She didn't give a fuck. She was like, "Hey, you walking around? Huh? They got you walking around." "Oh yeah, man, they got me around." I didn't tell her. She didn't know about the motion sensor thing. And then another nurse walked in behind her, and like just I forgot why, but she was like, "Whoa, what's he doing out of bed? What's he doing walking around?" She was like, "Man, fuck them people. I don't give a fuck." I'm like, "That's what's up. That's what's up." And they let me. That's real cool. So that was cool. That helped. That helped a lot because being in that bed until I figured out that what I can do sucked, bro. It's horrible.
Yeah, that's the shit that would drive you to depression.
So, but the nurses, they was really cool. Maybe I might go back and visit them. "Hey, remember me, motherfucker?" What was it?
You should, bro.
I think I'll be on there, dude. Yeah, because I know they remember me.
Yeah. I think they would love to see that, bro. Like, "Damn, look at you now, good job, man."
Like where it happened. Yeah. So what were you? Can't believe I remember that. So me and my wife would wake up at 5 every day to go to the gym. Okay, that's why you didn't see me. So you know how like you set your alarm for whatever time, and you wake up before your alarm. You're like, "Oh fuck," you wake up for alarm. I gotta get my day started. Everybody goes through that shit. And I was at that point. So I woke up. We wake up at 5 every day, but I was woke up at like 4:45, whatever. You're just laying in your bed, about to get your day started. That's when it happened. And it was weird. Like, so I felt a cool wave on my left side just hit me in the face. I'm like a tingly, cool wave. I felt no pain. I never felt pain. And so I'm like, fuck was that? It felt, I ain't gonna lie. It's shitty for me to say, but it felt good when it hit me. I'm like, wow, that was weird. Then like a couple of seconds later, like my hand started like, I couldn't. And then I like felt really off balance. That's my left side. I'm like, then I knew something was up. I was laying down on bed. I'm like, what the fuck? But I never felt pain. Never felt pain. Never, dude. So I told my wife was kind of up doing the same thing. I'm like, man, something ain't right. Something ain't right. I tried to get out of bed and I fucking, bam, fell. I was trying to like grab on the bed. I'm like, something ain't right. And then my mom was staying with me at the time. Thank God, because she had a car with her. Like, I texted her. I was like, "Hey, you up? If not, wake up." I think I knew what it was. I think I had a stroke because left side, right side, whatever. She's like, "What?" And she woke up. She talked. She's an older woman, so the next door neighbor, thank him, got me from my bed down my spiral staircase, down a flight of steps into her car, Took a while, but he done it. And we went to TGMC. And then they airlifted me from there to Oshna. And then that's when the real fun started.
Dang, that's wild.
It was a lot of, it's weird, bro. No pain, bro. It's like a wave of cool. It felt like a cool wave, like a cold front. Just wham. Wow. And then, well, it's everything's, then it went to shoot.
That's wild. That is crazy. I never heard anybody explain it like that. I know normally like people would get it, excruciating pain, like
I heard that's
bad headache.
Well, okay, so the headache, I heard of headaches too with strokes, and we all did, but I didn't. When I knew for sure it was a stroke, as I had a headache here on my right side. It wasn't excruciating, so I don't get headaches, but it has nothing to do with it. So I felt a headache then, but it wasn't like, fuck my life. I felt like, I got a headache. It was weird.
Dang.
Yeah. But I couldn't fucking walk, bro. So I stayed. It took a while to get me down them steps, but they got me in the car and they got me to the hospital.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing, man. To go to bed normal, wake up normal, but and then
It just right there, dude.
bruh, that's crazy.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a crazy experience. And it's hard to come back from a lot of people, but I thank God I ain't gonna lie, I worked my ass off, bro, to get out of that rehab.
During those dark times, Jamie, you had any big epiphanies for yourself? Or man, even like some perceptions of certain things has changed since then. Earlier you mentioned something about you're not gonna work 7 days a week anymore.
Exactly.
I know that's a big thing, but like anything else?
I'm sure people probably would say the same thing, what I'm about to say. So after that, you know how fragile life is. So you want to spend more time with your family and stuff like that. Or so being with this job, people don't get to spend time with their family. I ain't gonna lie. That's one of the downsides of tattooing from what I see. You don't get a lot of family time because you're always here because you got to meet the needs of the client.
But you stream video games, right?
We're starting to. We're in the process of finishing the YouTube thing. But yeah, I got a lot of my close friends and Erica here from work. We stream Warzone every night. Oh, she streams it, and so we catch our voices, which is still funny. So that we do that. That's a hobby. I've been doing that for 5 years.
So are y'all trying to grow that YouTube channel to?
We're trying to get more serious into it. The other people on the team, they got stuff going on in their life with kids, softball practice. Like everybody's a little older, they got their businesses and shit like that. But that time frame, we're trying to really like secure the framework to get the YouTube channel done, and then we're gonna just crank out video game thing. It escapes what you got dealing with in the real world for a little while, but there is and there should be limits to how much you put to that because, yeah, from what I see, and I've been noticing this a long time, like people, like we'll be talking to clients or whoever you be talking to, oh man, you watch this show? Yeah, I watch this show. I watch that show. It's like, what else do y'all do? And the answer 9 times out of 10 is nothing. Right? If you are caught up on all Netflix shows, that's a bad sign in your life, in my opinion. Yeah, because like, man, there's so much to do else in this world than to be glued to that TV, which is why I like Bali so much. Because even though it's like considered a third world country, like their way of life, in my opinion, is way better than ours. Because they have family time, they're always outside. There's always something they was doing. They have TVs, but when I was staying with my girl like that, I never watched TV one time for a month. I didn't feel the need. Don't get me wrong. You check your Facebook and stuff, what's going on here in the news, like you would see that, but you have no urge. That's still see what's on TV, and I miss that. I really do, because like over here, man, like in America, I love America. I love where I'm from. It's the best country in the world. Everybody knows I'm the biggest Trump supporter in the world. But the way our lifestyle is, we're glued to devices, other people's drama, and and that's how we live. And it's over there, it's just everybody's so much nicer, and I won't say nicer, but like the way of their life is so much different, and I like that. And one day I'll get back to that. Maybe move over there one day, maybe down the road, because I still love my country. I still love home. I love the city I'm from, but the way of life over there is in Asia in general. Because I've been in the Philippines, I've been to a lot of places. You been to all the Philippines? Oh yeah, I got a cousin lives in the Philippines, and it's just the same lifestyle over there. It's like, that's the way to go. I ain't gonna lie. It's the best. They got a good lifestyle. I don't say good lifestyle because like our lifestyle's better. And that's probably what's the problem is. Our lifestyle's so advanced and so good, we become lazy and locked into shit we shouldn't even be giving a fuck about.
Yeah. Being entertained by celebrities and bullshit,
Yeah,
you know?
it's so peaceful over there, and everybody's like, you walk up to a stranger, like your next door neighbor, and they will cook for you, and they don't know you. They did it for me. Like they do it every time. Like oh, what's up, man? We're cooking dinner. You want something? Like, you take that over here. Like, man, you know, get dinner over here.
I love
Fucking know, you know.
I love that you said that, bro, because I feel like we're conditioned, though, to believe that strangers are bad people. You know what I mean?
Well, it's the opposite over here.
It should be like we're all humans. We're here for each other, man.
Yeah, that's the way, and that's the way it is over there. Over here is like, if you're a family, like by the time you're 18, you get the fuck out of my fucking house.
Yeah.
Over there, the whole family, they still live with each other years after they turn 18, and they're tight knit, and it's the way it should be. It just sucks that we got it so good over here. We missed out how it should be and how it should be over there. I haven't met it every day, and like, and in Bali, it's Hindu religion in Bali. Indonesia is a Muslim country, but Bali, the island, is Hindu. Okay, and Hindu is probably the best religion, like hands down, man.
I'm with that.
Yeah, so like every morning, my thing is I drink coffee. I wake up in the morning, I drink my coffee. I'll come outside and I like to hang out outside. Sometimes don't drink coffee. I did the same thing over there. So I make my coffee. So the Hindu people, they would leave. I don't know the name of it, but they take like a big leaf and they put like some flowers and like some incense type things, and they would light it. Okay, and they put it next to the statue of their god or whatever. Every morning they left one on my driveway because they blessed us. It's like a blessing, like for the day.
Have a good day. Like, yeah.
And I never met these people, and I had one every morning on my driveway. They invite you to eat dinner like every night, dude, and they poor.
Yeah. But for them to be that way,
Yeah,
and still,
bro, and still take what they got and give you some of their, what they got. That's the shit. But it's just the culture, the culture of the Western civilization culture, dude, is just
divided.
It's divided, and it's just, like I said, it's off, bro. It's off. And if we don't change that, it ain't gonna be good, man. It ain't gonna be good.
Yeah.
That's super cool people, man.
It's all like peace and love, huh?
Yeah, man, they do anything for you, man. They cook for me. And then me and her left the next day to go back to the capital because we had to fly back here. And then, yeah, that was a super cool experience, man. If anybody can, because you know how the Western part, and I get it, you know how the Western civilization is, like Muslim, the 9/11, all that other shit. Like, they're not like that. They're super cool. Bro, they cook. They make the biggest dinners, man. Super nice, man. This is the nicest people.
Yeah.
Like, ever, man. It's cool.
It's like a whole different world.
It's a whole different world, man. And I recommend anybody just go check shit out, bro. Like, I know you'd be surprised how many people, especially in Houma, that never left Houma, never went to what Alabama's maybe the farthest they went. Like, I still hear people talking, oh, I never left the States. I'm like, what? Get a passport, bro.
Yeah.
Because, man, there's so much cool shit in the world to see. And like what happened? I had a stroke. Like, people need to like experience the world and life, man, because you don't know what's gonna happen. You really don't know. You never know, man, until it's too late. So people can't shake back.
Yeah, it's true, bro. We get so busy.
You get so busy, caught up in the life, and you just work. I need a nice car. I need this. Over there, nobody gives a fuck what you drive, bro. It's just, they like you for you, and that's the way it should be. But unfortunately, it's not.
Yeah, it's weird how we measure by what we do, what we drive.
People just like, oh man, he's got a shitty car.
I know, right?
Bro, they would give anything to have a car out there, bro. But I mean, they got bikes, but like, just a fraction of what we got that we just don't give a fuck about, they're killed for that, dude. And it's just now, I've been there before years ago. I've been to Bali a few times before, or in general, like anywhere. We are so lucky to live in this country. You can hate the president, you can hate Republicans, you can hate Democrats, whatever way you feel. I get it. You can feel how you feel. That's what's great about this country. You can feel how you want to feel. But until you go see other places like that, you won't appreciate truly the country we live in. And I wish I can show people that. And unfortunately, a lot of people won't never see that. and they just like hate on all this kind. Oh, you better get the taxes down. Like, bro, you don't know what they're dealing with over there, bro. Like they want to eat, hopefully. You know, and we complaining. So
Complaining about little shit.
little shit, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy because sometimes we'll joke, "What you want to eat tonight?"
Yeah, at least we got that option.
Yeah,
They don't have that option, bro. You better go kill a pig, kill a chicken on the spot and eat it.
yeah, just those little things.
Yeah, bro. Like we got options, bro. We got
Uh-huh.
tomorrow. I can go buy a car right now and just whatever car I want. They can't do that. There's no credit over there. Most places, there's no. Can't go get a car finance. What?
Yeah, finance.
Yeah.
What do you mean finance?
Look, I traded my car in the other day and I got a new Jeep. They can't do it. They can't do it. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. We got it good here, man. I don't say anything's perfect. Nothing's perfect, but it's America. Yeah, people can rag on me for this, but America is the closest thing to perfect is the planet's gonna get, and I'm saying it. And I stand on it.
Well, Jamie, anything else, bro, you want to share with people that kind of maybe have gone through some struggles that you've overcome?
If anybody take anything, I would say live your life because you never know what's gonna happen. Don't focus on work too much. Work's important. But don't focus on work too much because if anything happens, or at the end of the day, even if nothing happens to you, like you're going to look back. Because I've been doing this 25 years. You're gonna look back eventually and say, "The fuck was all that for? It made no sense." You know. So that's what I would say is like live your life. Don't focus on other people's opinions and just get out there and explore the world before it's too late. Because eventually, your time will run out. Time is the most precious thing we got. I learned that quick. So if I could say that, it's like live your life.
Man, I couldn't agree more with time because we can have all the money in the world, but you can't buy time, bro.
By time, bro. Everybody's time's going to be up. Eventually, time's going to be up. And then you can work all you want. But then when your time's up, it's like, I want to do this and this. I wanted to do that. But you couldn't because you had to work or whatever case may be. Spend time with your family. Spend time with your friends. And live your life. Don't get caught up in the bullshit.
Yeah. You know, I think if you ask any elderly person that's 75, 80 years old, anybody,
Oh, I bet they got a lot of things. Oh, I would have did this, I would have did that, or that. Like, I'm sure if I make it that long, I'd be the same way. But I know I'm knocking shit off that list.
yeah,
More and more now. You know, so
that's awesome. Yeah, I think although that happened to you, but it could have been one of your biggest blessings. One of the biggest.
yeah, because it knocked me out of that work, hustle, get the money mind frame into like, that's not important. Live your life, have your relationship with your friends and family, because all that can go to shit in one false swoop.
Yeah.
You know,
You lose it just like that.
like that. It could have been worse. Like, it could have, like people, like that guy I was telling you about, it could have been worse. But I'm blessed that I worked so hard and I got a second shot. So
I love that, bro. It's the second shot, bro. It's like your second chance, to live and do it better this time, to see things you didn't see.
yeah, change it. Yeah. Absolutely. I was real changes especially as you get older, like priorities change.
So today's your birthday,
Yeah,
Jamie.
it's my birthday, yeah.
How old you make today?
42.
42. Man, bro. Well, Jamie, I appreciate you being on the podcast, bro.
Thank you so
Especially
much.
on your birthday, bro. Like,
It's crazy how when you're talking about it, I didn't even think on my birthday Sunday. Not that like I have any plans or anything. Like I don't really do nothing on Sundays real because my wife cooks. So it just followed that way. And it's good. It's good. Yeah, it's good that it fell that way.
yeah.
Couldn't happen any better.
Happy motherfucking birthday, bro.